Okay, so let's talk about how we hold the accordion and how you want to approach this instrument. So you look at the right side of the fingerboard and you have a thumb strap here, and what you want is you want this thumb strap to be tight enough that you can put your thumb in it and touch the top of the fingerboard, and then sort of be able to, if you want to imagine yourself prying your thumb or pushing your thumb on that fingerboard and putting some pressure between your thumb and the top of the fingerboard. What you never ever want to do is let your thumb go behind that fingerboard, because it ends up making you grab and clutch onto that fingerboard. You never want to clutch and grab the fingerboard. Your right hand, on your right hand, the only thing that should be touching the accordion is the thumb and the tips of your finger. Don't let any other part of your hand touch the board. Don't let your palm touch the board. Never do that. Put your thumb on the board, and that's the only thing that's going to touch the buttons. That will allow you to get a free hand movement and go up and down exactly wherever you want to go. So you can move your hand up or down however you want to do it. It gives you a lot of freedom of your hand. If you let your palm touch or you put your thumb behind the board, you start to grab the board, and that's what we don't want to do. On the other side, your hand should fit fairly snug into the left side of the accordion. If your strap is really, really loose, you'll find that your hand starts to flop around back and forth on the back end. So the strap should be relatively tight. And you want to take your middle finger and your ring finger, and that's what's actually going to grab onto that bass box. So your pinky and your pointer finger, you know, you'll start to be making this kind of position with your hand. Your pinky and your pointer finger are going to float, and that's what you're going to use to play your bass buttons. So you'll grab that bass box and hold on to that firmly, and the strap ought to be nice and snug on your left hand. Beginners will usually start with the accordion sitting on your leg. Some people like it on their left leg. Some people like to play it on their right leg, or back and forth, left or right, and move it back and forth. It doesn't really matter to me that much, personal preference. Some people like to tip it forward just a little bit and put the point of the accordion onto their leg. They say it gives them a little bit more stability. That's probably personal preference, whatever. So that's how you want to hold the instrument. Go ahead and try that. Put that on and just try it with the air back and forth and feel. See how it feels. And the idea is that you want the right hand board and the right hand part of the accordion to not move. So if you notice, when this accordion is being played, the right side of the accordion does not move, or should move very, very little. And the left side of the accordion is the side that's pumping back and forth. Oftentimes you see someone and they think that it happens like this, and it does, or some motion this way. That's incorrect. This part of the accordion should not move and should be as stable as possible. So that's how you want to hold that accordion. As you're playing, make sure that you stop every few minutes and check yourself out and make sure that you have a good posture. You're sitting somewhere straight. You want to be sitting in a position that your legs are flat and not raised up too high. The accordion will want to slip into your stomach, and they're not too low where the accordion wants to slide off of your legs. So make sure that you're sitting in a nice, comfortable position. You got a good straight back. Remember, your thumb is good on that board. Your thumb is holding the board, and the thumb is the only thing that's holding the board in position, and that's what holds you. So when you practice, every time you practice, stop about every 30 seconds or so and stop and check yourself. Check your hand, look at how you got it gripped, and make sure that your grip is correct. You'll avoid what some of these people say. You'll hear some people say, I try to play the accordion and it feels like it's jumping out of my hands. If you follow these instructions, that accordion is not going to want to, quote, jump out of your hands.